Communist China social credit scores. What is it and when is it coming? Well, let's take the second question first. It's already here. Yes, surprise, surprise. Social credit scoring has been in existence in the United States since the inception of technology, since the inception of communication technology, internet technology, etc. When is it coming? It's already here. Like I said, it's already here. The difference between the Chinese social credit scoring and the American is that the American is not applied to everyone all the time evenly. It's applied selectively to some individuals. And it's being applied at ever-increasing rates to ever-increasing numbers of individuals. And it is the technology titans from Silicon Valley who are dominating this landscape. They already have their own concept of free speech and what people are allowed to say, and even who's allowed to say what, built into their systems. It's from their leadership, top down, to the ranks. And so we already know only things that we can say online are what Dr. Fauci has said, or what the World Health Organization has said, or what the Democrats have said. Mostly what they are currently saying, because everything they say is changed and updated as time moves on, because everything they are saying is a lie. And as the lies get exposed, they move on to the next lie. They usually don't correct the past lies. In fact, that's very, very rare that they correct the past lies. They simply move on to a new lie. For example, Fauci, in the beginning, said we don't need masks. That was what came from Fauci. He said that in the beginning, masks, no, we don't need them. He later explained, because he wanted to save those masks for the people who he thought were important, the people around him. He wanted those masks for people around him. Later he said we need masks. That was wrong also. Those masks, even the N95s, it's like putting a tennis racket up against the faucet to stop the water flow. It's not going to work. The tennis racket will get wet, but it will not stop the water. Same thing with those masks. Stuff's going to get stuck on them. Some viruses will bounce off, or will get stuck, but some viruses go through. The analogy of the tennis racket is stupendous. Social credit scores. Yeah. I uploaded a few videos to YouTube. I mentioned a few things that only they can mention. And by day 9, they had gotten around to, I hid that stuff in there kind of well. And they found it though, and now they're blocked me. They blocked me. If I post anything of merit, worth talking about, boom, censored. I don't get any messages. I'm not informed. The video will just, on YouTube, the video will just lay there dormant, never load, and I'll never get an explanation. I'll load another video with just garbage, pictures of flowers. I love flowers, so they're not garbage, but it could be garbage. Sure, YouTube would love to show that, but doesn't want to show me talking about politics or the news, because I don't agree with, in this case, some technology titan. They think they, know what we should do, what we should say, how and when we should say it. And particularly, we wouldn't say anything. They want to do the saying. They want us to do the listening. Social scores, the social credit scores. Just pay attention. That's all. Pay attention. You'll notice. Of course, you got, the no-fly list. What is that? Social credit score. You can't post on Facebook for 30 days because you didn't say what they wanted to hear. That's social credit scoring. Well, that stuff builds up, pretty soon. I've been blocked on Facebook 9, 10, 12 times. For why? Because I may have said Biden Scrooge. Could have been something like that. It's okay to say that nowadays. You couldn't say it before the election, though. Yeah, you couldn't say a lot of things. You couldn't say things. You can't talk about the vaccine. You can't talk about that. You can't talk about COVID-19. So I'm not going to talk about them in this particular video. But all that stuff, when you do talk about them, it goes on your social credit score. It's behind the scenes. If I mention COVID-19, hey, YouTube knows it, Google knows it, Facebook knows it. They all know it, and they spread the word to their other partners. And it's in a database. It's in many, many databases. That guy, me, is talking about COVID-19 and the vaccine. And he doesn't seem positive at all. He's not a positive guy. That's in their records. That's how I'm being profiled. Social credit scoring is profiling you for your attitudes and your potential attitudes and how willing you are to work to be a slave for them. You got your number. Once you go on and get on the train, you already got to fix you to keep you off the airplanes. You got a list for that. You don't think they got one for the trains? You don't think they got one for the internet, for renting cars, for having bank accounts? We know they have one for banking accounts. Canada has shown us that. Little Trudeau, he is a communist. He's clearly a communist. His hero is Fidel Castro, whom is probably also his father. See, they got me a couple social credit scores right there. They're in the vault. Facebook, they all know it already. As soon as I publish this, they all know it. This is on a closed network right now, so they don't know it right now, but if I was recording this on my cell phone or on my computer, they would know it already, yeah. That's how fast they are. So yes, we are being watched at all times. Right now I'm out in the forest. Basically, I'm literally in the forest with an old Canon digital. I've got an SD card in there. We're not online. So I don't think that they have heard this yet. But as soon as I put it into my computer and run it, and start working on it, my computer's online, they'll know. Well, my cell phone's right here next to me, so I'm sure they can hear me. That's how it is. If you don't think they can hear you at all times and know where you are at all times, you don't understand your cell phone. You don't understand your cell phone, plain and simple. Stuff in your cell phone that, it knows where you are, what you're doing. It's not a secret. They know also. And it's on record. That's why Snowden. That's what Snowden exposed. Not that he was the first to expose it, but he got a lot of attention. And he is now hiding in Russia. I'm not sure if he likes it or not, but he might. Well, maybe not now with the war. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off now. I've talked social scoring. You've got one. You've got a cell phone. They're tracking you. They know everything about you. They know what you like. They know what you look at. They know for how long you look at it. Every YouTube video that you watch, every video that you watch, but for example on YouTube, well, they know who you are. They know which videos you're looking at and how long you look at them. They know exactly when you stopped. They know which ones you came back to. They understand what your preferences are. Your preferences are your social credit score. Let that sink in. Your preferences, what you enjoy, what you think is right and wrong for you, that is your social credit score. Because that is reflected in everything that you do on the internet. And, well, actually elsewhere too. But primarily, point of contact and the live tracking that's going on through your cell phone. Yeah, live. It's not that yet. It's only like later. No, it's right now. It's right now. They're listening to me right now behind my back because my cell phone is behind my back doing something else. Just sitting there. They know I'm here and what I'm saying. I wish it was paranoia. But 1984 will be complete in 2024. You know, if it ain't complete already. All right, my friends. I love you. Thanks for watching. Sorry my face is so sad most of the time. God bless you. I'm out of here.